Alright, so let's talk about numbers. Woo, numbers. Specifically numbers from 1 to 10. We might throw in a couple, what was that? We might throw in a couple extra numbers at the end, because, why not? Let's actually write this in Japanese, because, why not? Alright, and it's pronounced G. So, I just want to introduce the characters first, because, they're kind of important. They're the fundamental components for the entire numerical system. Not only the Japanese numerical system, but also the Chinese one, because it's the same thing. Or at least when they're written down, it's the same thing, because, the Japanese sort of stole the whole system from the Chinese. Thank you, Japanese. Anyway, so, I'm just going to write down the first 10 characters and also their corresponding pronunciations, namely the on pronunciation and the kun pronunciation. Remember that the on pronunciation is actually the Chinese pronunciation for all the characters that came with the characters when the Japanese took it. The kun reading is the Japanese way of saying the concepts which are now written in the Chinese system. Yes, it's complicated. You can go rewatch the video if you like on the whole on kun thing that I made a while back. So, without further ado, let's get started. Yep, that's the character for the number 1. It's literally a stick. Okay, so this can't get any easier. At least the first 3 can't get any easier. So 1 is a stick. So in terms of stroke order, it goes from left to right, top to bottom. But again, this is a single stick. It goes, this can't get any easier. So, as I said before, this character has 2 readings. First one being the own reading. Ichi, which I'm sure all of you have, heard at some point in your life, because it's such a fundamental word that, people who don't know anything about Japan probably have heard this word before, because it's just everywhere. Everyone's heard this word. So that's the own reading, and the kun reading is hito. So I'm gonna go very slow, because you guys are all pretty new to the hiragana katakana system, and also pretty new to the whole concept of kanji. So, stroke order, pay close attention to the stroke order, because it's a good habit and whatnot. So, I'll be writing all my characters pretty slowly in the first couple sections. So, moving on. 2. It's literally 2 sticks, guys. Again, this can't get any easier. Ironically, the on reading looks exactly the same. It's ni, because the katakana character actually came from the Chinese character for the number 2. So, I'm sure that you've already guessed by now, the pronunciation for this character is indeed ni. The kun reading, however, is pronounced futa. So again, stroke order, it's left to right, top to bottom, but in case you're still confused, it's like this. Guys, this can't get any easier, because it's only going to get harder from now. I'm sorry. So, moving on. 3-6, guys. I wonder what this is. Oh yeah, it's the number 3. So again, top to bottom, left to right, so, do it again. Woo! The number 3. So this is pronounced, as I'm sure many of you already know, san. The kun reading is mi. So, yep. So let's move on to the number 4. Now, unfortunately, we can't continue the whole stick thing, 1 stick, 2 stick, 3 sticks, because by the time we get to 10 sticks, we wouldn't want to draw 10 sticks lying flat. So, this is where real characters come in. I'll draw slowly so you can get a hang of it. Right, the number 4, I'll do it again. Yep. So this is pronounced in the own reading. Shi in the kun reading. Whoops, I claim to have perfect stroke order and then I screw it up. Yo. So there it is. Again, as ironic as it is, the character for 4 actually has 5 strokes, and you'll see in the next slide, the character for 5 actually has 4 strokes. So these aren't supposed to make any sense in terms of number of stroke orders, it's just the way it is, because, by the end of it, you'll probably, you'll know at least a character with at least 18 strokes, and it's something ridiculously stupid. So, the number of stroke orders, the actual stroke orders themselves are, can get pretty insane, and sometimes pretty simple. So, it's interesting and all. So, moving on. The number 5. Yep. I'll do it again. Woo! Alright, number 5. This is pronounced go in the on reading, and itsu in the kun reading. Yep. So, again, moving on. 6. I'll do it again. Pay close attention to the stroke order. It's pronounced roku in the on reading, and mu in the kun reading. Number 6, guys. Let's move on to number 7. Alright, 7. This is pronounced shichi, and the kun reading is nana. Now, ironically, Nana is also a name, a very somewhat common Japanese name. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. So, moving on. 8. Yep. 2 strokes is the number 8, guys. This is pronounced in the on reading. Hachi. And the kun reading. Ya. So again, I'll do the actual character. Again, this can't get any simpler. So, next one. 9. Yep. So there it is. Again, 2 strokes. The the on reading is kyu, and the kun reading is kokono. Yep. Next one. 10, or 10. So, I already gave the punchline away. Sorry, guys. 10, the own reading, and to is the kun reading. I'll do the character again. Simple. So those are the, basic 10. Now we'll go on and do the other 3 pretty basic number characters, just because we can. Because, why don't we just introduce them all while we're at it? Hyaku is how this one is generally pronounced. I'll do it again. This is the character for 100. So this hyaku is actually the own reading, and the kun reading is generally not used. I've seen it once. Wow, look at this symbol. But I mean, for the sake of completeness, if that's a word, we'll just write it in there. So, hyaku and momo. Moving on. This is the character for 1000. I'll do it again. The own reading for this is pronounced... Whoa, that was honestly terrible. What was that? Woo! Man. And the kun reading is chi. So sen and chi. Sen being yon, chi is the kun. Again, I'll do the character a third time because it's a really strange one. Yeah, so the two top lines actually go in the opposite directions, which I always get like, what, why is that? And, we'll just introduce one last one, because, why not? This is the character for 10,000. It is pronounced man. In the kun reading, I believe is yorozu. Yep, so man is generally more used. Yorozu I've seen occasionally. In fact, I actually seen another own reading. What was it? I remember this. Yes, I've seen this maybe a couple times. But generally you will see this one being used. I've seen a handful of times where I've seen that one and that one. But again, man is the way to go. So again, this is 10,000. So actually, why don't we go back and review a bit. This is 1,000. This is 100. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. So those are the numbers, and we will work more with these numbers later. But I just wanted to introduce these characters first. So, that's it.